Well, Shadow Hunter here, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Open TTD Realistic Challenge. We've had a good start. We've got money in the bank. We're not going broke, which is great. I think we're going to be able to actually start attempting some of the achievements, which I have attempted this a few times and got nowhere, but I think starting with a passenger train just really helped my cash flow. I've got good money coming in now. Let's just have a quick look at where we're at. So we've got over 100k coming in from the coal trains, which is good. The passenger trains also doing quite well. So what's that? 57. We've just rolled over 57, 67, about 70k a year. So I think we're going to be able to start paying some loans off. Before we do that though, we want to get this next run set up. So what we were doing here is we're just going to pop in a new station just in here, I think is where we want. So we'll put a new double station in here. Yeah, we're on the cobblestone. I like the cobblestone. We'll pop a signal there, and let's just get rid of that redundant signal there. Alright, so we are going to pop a couple more coal trains in to start milking this Manist Forest line, and then we're going to come back to Aiden, see how that's doing. We might, this episode, because we've got cash flow, we might be able to pay our loans off and really start sinking our teeth into this challenge. I think we're going to build a train station here and then connect it to a road vehicle to get some lorries coming between here, and then we really want to look at starting, like we've got these farms here. As soon as we hit diesel engines, which I think we hit diesel engines this year or next year, it gives us a train that has a locomotive at each end, which means off of our network we can build a point-to-point line instead of having to build loops everywhere. So it is exciting. I'm very pumped. I feel like I can actually get somewhere in this challenge, which is good. It hasn't been going places, so pumped to actually get somewhere. I think what I'm going to do, this is a much longer run, so I think I will, let me just get these full load, all cargo, no unloading, don't care where you go, no loading, unload all, and then what I think I'm going to do is actually pop 2 more on there, make sure they're set to coal, and clone that twice. We're going to get 3 trains. Where are we going? We're going, where was it? Manist Forest, yep. So we want Manist, and we want CL Manist, because there's only 1 coal there. Let's pop those bad boys in there. It's really nice to not have to take out loans to make something happen. And we are going to have those guys rocking and rolling. They've got space to get 2 in there and 1 to queue. So we should always have a train in there. Look at those bad boys go. Delicious. We've got trains flying around here. I think as well, does this accept passengers? It does. What's its coverage like? Not great. I think what we do here is we try and get a passenger train in down here. And then we could potentially, I don't know why you want to grow that way. Why do you want to grow that way? You want to make me mad. That's why you want to grow that way. We're going to end up with a bottleneck here. But I think what we're going to do, whilst we still can, we are going to add an extra. We want a single platform. Let's get like an open platform. I think that's good. 1, 6 long. This way. Let's stick that on here. Just to add an extra little bit of zhuzh into this. I think we're going to start having capacity issues otherwise. So let's get that in there. Pop that there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come, alright, so we can come off of here, because this is our this way, yep. Alright, so we're actually going to pop off! Alright, so pop off here, like this. I think what we need, can we put a, yep, which way is it facing? That way, alright. We just make this bridge, yep, so that's the right way. Alright, so we can pop that there, pop that there. And then we're going to come down along here. Let's just make those trees invisible. And we want to come there. So we need to come out 2 more. And I think that's where we want to be. Wait, too far. Too far. Oh, gosh. Alright, so we come along there. Yep, right, so that one there. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop a new station in. I know we've got a station here, but I want to kind of leave that station alone for coal. I don't want passenger trains queuing through there, and I don't want to have to make it too big when I can get much better coverage kind of cruising down here. So I'm going to build this here like this, pop this in. Let's grab this more. This is an industrial town, so we'll grab a more industrial looking. Look at that, that's good coverage. So we'll pop that there, and then we'll put our little inn here. And I think then what we're going to do is we're going to just double back. Is there anywhere? Oh, hang on a second. Alright, so we will double back, but there's coal here. I didn't even see the 50 tons. Do we bother with 50 tons of coal? I mean, potentially we could make like a passenger route, but I think we could loop this train around to Bunabar and then maybe up through Manus Forest and then connect it up to our main line. And then that's, I mean, oh, we've got Cowra? I don't think that's Cowra, that's like Corowa. I've got the Australian name pack on just in case you're wondering what these names are, but I do find them easier to pronounce than the vanilla names. I'm going to give myself a little bit of space there, and I need to see what is going on here. Oh, he's just queuing. Yeah, that's good. So sometimes they do this as well. They just queue. Why are you not queuing back there? Okay, so you're going to go in there, and I think I'm going to remove these two signals so they queue back here. Just that way, because he's committing to a lane. I don't want him to commit to a lane that stays blocked. So I think what we're going to do is just remove these signals and have them queue there. And then they can take the first, is that as close? Yeah. Then they can take the first available lane that sort of frees up. Right, back to what I was doing. Right. Yes, I have the Australian name pack on because I do find it easier to pronounce, ironically, than actually some of the games from vanilla. Being Australian, the Aros and the Jaros, they're really easy for me to understand what the sounds are supposed to be like. Alright, so we're going to pop that there. We can hook in here, so I'm just going to work this out. So this is our line coming through from our coal plant. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to pop this out here, and then pop that there, and then we can loop around, pretty much just follow this. And then we'll leave this as like a junction, because what we don't want is we don't want trains getting blocked. So I think what we do is they could potentially block it there, but I can kick this off earlier. So we can make this join sort of as a nice Y piece, and then we can go, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that gives us enough. Alright, so then what we're going to do, put a signal there and pop a signal, yes it is track there, and then we're going to remove, which way are you going, straight ahead? We're going to remove this here, and what that will do is that will stop, what's going to happen if I don't do that, trains may queue through here to wait for a path and then they'll all block each other. Now that we've got a train here, it's going to wait here, it's not blocking a path. If we've got a train here, it's not blocking a path. Let's just make sure that fits. It fits just. Alright, so we might extend that out one more and clean the corner up a bit. We've got plenty of room here, so there's no reason we can't kind of make it a bit more bigger. That's what she said. And then we can clean this corner up because I hate this corner. So see how he's not queuing here, blocking here. We're not going to inadvertently cause a traffic jam. Like the monsters that we are. Oh, I'm very sorry. That is definitely my bad. Oh, don't hit. Alright. Oh, I'm so glad I had a signal after that junction, although I was just about to be a boom boom. Alright, and then I need to get a signal down on this one. Oh, that was close. Oh, my heart. Alright. Alright, let's just get a signal there before anything crazy happens, and I'm glad I had that signal there. Alright, and then we're going to pop that across there to clean that up, bring that across there, can't do that, got a junction in the way, signal in the way, there we go, pop that across there like that, give me that, remove that, and remove that horrible, gross, ugly corner that nobody wants to see. Even better again, let's just do this, look at it, just getting more beautiful by the second. Look, I know this is not, like, necessary, but I know some people play this like Factorio, like a logic puzzle, but I do my best to kind of pretend like this is the real world and I actually get paid to make it look pretty and not just functional. Alright, so we've got a signal there, so we don't need that signal there. Right, so that should stop any sort of... Oh, Brisbane! Brisbane came to play! Brisbane's like, oh, I see you building a rail track. Oh, you want capacity on the network? Oh, I'm just going to build a bridge. Oh my gosh, there. Why don't you go this way? Build into the farmland. Stop being so thirsty for my precious space. Alright, so I'm going to bring this out. I really now kind of just want to make sure Brisbane doesn't like block us out of where we need. So we've got enough capacity. Alright, so that's good. That can loop around there. I don't think we're going to get overbuilt now. I think that's got enough capacity in it. There's no reason that anybody should need to bypass this, but you never know. So let's just make sure we build some capacity into the network and allow a bypass in case people don't need the station. Right, so that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. One to queue, and you can see we've got a long enough thing here that they're queuing. Alright, and then this is the comeback on, and we want to make sure we've got enough room to queue, so that's good for a queue. We'll pop one in the middle there, one up here. We've got them there, don't we? Yeah, let's pop one here, and let's just pop one there. Now, the other thing we need to work out as well is, at the moment, if they come to Brisbane and if we're just doing a loop around here or something like that, we've got Othire Glen there and Chiringa there, and we've also got Harvest Homestead. What? Are you a homestead, are you? Guys, this is a homestead. It's got a stadium, neon lights, a hotel. I mean, that could be the home. Maybe they built that there and the city followed it. We've got Garthhowran, yeah, let's go with Garthhowran Park, Molonglo. So we've got some Mount Lambie. So we've got some stuff going on up here, and this one here is definitely not going to be achievable till we get the diesel. Or we could connect it via road, and maybe we could make a nice little boat network, because we do have an achievement that we need 600k from ship revenue. So I could theoretically connect that via road, then build a station like a boat terminal here. We could get one here in Molongo Valley, and then maybe we can come around this side to the homestead. And we've got Blackstone along the water there as well, so we've got some options. Alright, so what we need to do, all of that was to say, there's no way for them to turn around other than going all the way up to 8 and coming back around. So what we want to do is just here as we come off of... where are we at loan-wise? Let's get a goal. Not borrow, repay. Let's achieve a goal. I think while we're dicking around, we can afford this. So we have achieved a goal. We have paid off our loan. Happy days. Wonder if where are we with? So we're about. So we're still fluctuating. So we're probably sitting around 60k. So we're probably not quite there yet for the goals for turnover. So we need company value of 2.5 is sort of step one. We've paid off loans. So monthly revenue 1.2. We're not even close. Train revenue is probably getting up there. Road vehicle revenue not even close. Aircraft revenue doesn't exist. Ship revenue doesn't exist. And we're starting to grow some towns. So we're doing all right. So not amazing, but you know we're a long way off 1.2 million. So that's our operating profit. Where's our income graph? 100. So we're pushing 100k, which is respectable, but it's a long way off where we need to be. So, alright, so let's get a turnaround. So we need a turnaround in here. And I think just for capacity, see, because that coal train is coming through here, but it doesn't really need to stop here. So, if I come down one earlier, so this, I mean, 25, well, sure, why not? Only person in this game. Maybe we come down here, and what we will do this. So they can come down here, so I don't want them, yeah, so this is still a singular junction. We don't want them entering here unless they've got a clear path. But what we're going to do is we're going to add this in here, and then I think we're going to let this diverge a little bit this way, and then we will move that signal back. Let's move that signal back one, and let's get rid of that signal. Alright, so we will let that diverge. So they can come down here, go this way, they can go that way. We'll put a straight on for this one. Just wait for that to go. Alright, so they can then come straight on here and straight on here. Now what we need to do is we need to build a cut through here. So basically if trains are wanting to go on this line down here, we can't put the cut through there because we need that signal there. Alright, so we come up one and we put the cut through here. Fantastic. Alright, so we can put a signal there. So now we can, if a train needs to, like that coal train before, instead of coming through the station, it can just avoid the station, come down here and be on its merry way to go and fetch the coal. And then, if they need to, so they can come this way here, this way here, and this way. And then we are going to be able to put a loop on here. And they can completely avoid going to Ayton altogether, and it just comes through here. So this is a big junction now, so let's just make sure. So if I'm coming through here, I can get here, coming through here, can get through here, coming through here, can get through here, obviously coming through there, and vice versa. Coming here, I can go that way, I can go that way, I can go that way, and I can come that way. So that's a nice little turnaround just to shorten the distance if I start doing that. Alright, how are we going for... Yep, we're rocking and rolling over here. 171, that's good growth there. Is this one growing? 162, 71% transported. Trains there. We're doing alright. Alright, I think next we're going to get our train station in here. So we want the timber. Beautiful, beautiful timber. Wood loading station. And we're going to pop that onto our existing network. I guess there. Where do we want to put it? No, we want to put it probably, yeah, this way. So we'll pop that there onto our existing network. And then, not that we're going to use this just yet, but we will come down there like so. That connects onto there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kick the bypass out this way. And we might add, actually let's add a, hang on, yeah, that's actually, that can go there. And then we'll bring that down to here, bring that down to, there we go. Right, so we've got a bypass there, we've got a bypass there, and then at this end here, let's just clean this up now before any more trains get here. So let's just get rid of, can't already built, let's get rid of that. And then what we will do is we will join those onto here. Why have I got three? Well, it's there. It'll do. Alright, so that will be there. Actually, I want to remove that. I want to leave a gap. I think it'll look nicer. Alright, so let's get rid of that. We'll put some trees in there later. Alright, so we've got two bypass lanes because this could become quite busy. You are not doing... Hang on, I've done this wrong. Good content, guys. Watch a guy fumble at playing Transport Tycoon. Why are you telling me it's already been built? Right. So what we're going to do is bring that back there. Right, this is what we're going to do. This is going to hook into here, and then this one will hook in here. Brilliant. Right. So put that there like that, put that there like that. Pop that there, pop that there, pop that there. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of this because it's a bit redundant. And get rid of that one. Right, so we've got a bypass now. And then we can come out of here. Make this quite a nice looking little junction. And have that go in there. Have that go in there. Have that go there. Have that go there. Now, we can attach to our station, now that we have one, our lorry loading vehicles. So this is drop off. I think we could make it loop around. We could make a one-way road because there's nothing else happening out here. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the station here like so, and then we're actually going to build around the wood factory. I guess it's a wood factory. And then I think what we might do is, I think that's fine. And then we're going to have another little loading area here, which captures the factory, not that we need it right now. and then we'll bring that and join that in. Nice, beautiful loop. And then we're going to put the one-ways on. I think this is the play, because then we're going to get a nice, you know, if vehicles break down, we're going to get a nice efficient loop. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a life interruption. So yes, we've got the one-way road, and then I think we're going to, in this little space we've got here, we'll put in our depot. Fantastic. And then let's just preemptively, have we got any ungrouped vehicles? No, good. Alright, so we want timber. Where are we? Ranford. Alright, timber truck. Whitcomb, timber truck. Right, so we want to go here, full load, all cargo, no unloading, no loading, and unload if accepted. And we're about to pull, oh, this is good. This is good, because this is going to give us goods to take to the city. Okay, I didn't really think about this, but this is actually big for us. Alright, let's get some trucky-ruckies going. Alright, just let's clone. That'll do. Alright, I really didn't think this through, but this is actually going to give us a decent amount of goods. So I can actually send a goods train here while that's all getting ready. So let's get a new thing, because this, as fast as Brisbane is growing, yeah, so this is the train. I think, I don't know if it was this playthrough or the last playthrough, I have failed so many times, but don't fall into the trap of this SH-8P, because it is more expensive than the previous train. It is marginally faster, 20 km/h faster, good. Similar running costs, but its reliability, maximum reliability is 48%, because this is a deteriorating number. So the older a train gets, which let's have a look at this train here. Where's its reliability again? So this is down to 75. So this started at 92 and it's down to 75. So you do not want to start at 48, because no thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that, and we're going to grab, is it this one? Yeah, goods. All right. So let's get 5. And we're going to send that to here. And we're going to dump that in Brisbane, which is what we want. Full load, all cargo, no unloading. I just want to check it accepts goods. That's fantastic. So no loading and unload all accepted. It shouldn't. The city's big enough now that the goods shouldn't flick off. But just in case, we'll do it like that, because then it'll come up and tell me it can't deliver its load, and then I will be able to send it somewhere else. But I don't think we're going to have any problems with Brisbane accepting goods. Town is growing. They're slowly encroaching on the farm, which is good. I don't know what that was about. Need to talk to the mayor of Brisbane. I'm not happy about that. I feel like they're trying to dick me. 76, that's good. 127, that's good. And we are jamming through those passengers, which is great. How is Ayton going? 37, so that's still good. 34, that's still good. And 6, which is good. And let's just have a look at its growth every 53 days. So we're getting up there with Ayton as well. Alright, so our goods train is on the way. It's doing a big loop around. So again, we might just help our train out a little bit here. And we might just get a little loop day loop for it. So let's just add this in here. Alright, so you can come across there. I know this looks a bit funny, but it makes sense, trust me. You're just waiting for coal? What are you? Are you stuck? Is he good? No. See, and this is why. Alright, so this is where I've gone wrong. So this is why I need to remove these signals from here and just have it queue here, because the coal train is gone, and obviously it can't queue because it's picked the wrong lane, which is what I was afraid of. So I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to turn it around. I'm hanging out here anyway, so I will, and I need to remember. Alright, actually, so I need to fix this too, because I've got the same problem here as well, and I don't want them queuing through this intersection. So what am I going to do? Creating problems for myself. Alright, let's just let the goods train in. Happy days, goods train. Alright, so let's let that goods train in. Alright, so what I need to do, because I don't want them blocking up the way, is I'm going to actually, let's actually extend this out here. Alright, so this is going to be the bypass, and then we're going to get rid of this. So now we've got a bypass lane that's just completely separate. We can have a train queue here for loading, and then what we need to do is remove this signal from here, remove these two signals from here, and then we're going to build our shortcut for our Mr. Train friend. So I think, yeah, let's come off here. I think that's, yep, that's good. Alright, and we'll just clean that up a bit. Looking beautiful, why can't I remove the, because there we go. Alright, so we'll have that go there, oh, wrong way, and then we'll remove that one, and then I'm happy for them to queue right up to here, because this is not a station, this is a pass through, and then it shouldn't come through there, but it might. So now what I can do is have that there, and then it can go there, and then so they can get both ways. Yep, so then what we're going to do is we're going to put a signal here and a signal there, and that way they can queue up at either end, use either station if it's free, no dramas whatsoever. Alright, now I can fix this because my train is in the station, just remove those and they'll queue there now, which is good. There's only 3, so they shouldn't back up onto the main line. If I get any more than 3 trains in here, then what I'll need to do is pop a bypass over here, because if it starts, I have a train here and a train here, they're actually going to block the way, so when we don't want that. Renford, not growing, does it hate us? Appalling. Yes, I know, I've put a service in there and given you nothing. Maybe they're angry about all the stuff I did here. Alright, well, we're off and running, we're getting goods going, which is good. 99 tons of wood, so that should lift as we start to ship it. How are we going over here? Still good numbers, 152. I think that's gone down. The train's coming through though. Alright, so Ayton is growing every 53 days. Brisbane with goods should start growing faster, even faster than it already is. And as soon as I get diesel trains, I think I'm going to try and put a train here and go to Bundabar. Alright, how much coal we got? 30. So that's going to close down soon, so we're not even going to worry about trying to grow that. It's a waste of time. We've got plenty of coal elsewhere. But what we might do is start hooking in. Are we doing anything here? No, we're not. Alright, so we need to get a passenger train. I think what we're going to do is grab this one here. And let's grab 4 of those and 2 mail vans. And we're going to send this one from Gospers Point up to Ranford. I think that's good, because neither of those are being serviced at the moment, and we don't really want to muck with Brisbane too much. It's quite busy, which is good. Transferring a lot of passengers. Oh, that's building up. That's good. Brisbane South. Alright. Brisbane South is building up. So what we might do is jump into here, clone vehicle, and Brisbane South feeder, and give me another one of those, because we want as much as we can get, which is good. Brisbane Central still being really well looked after. What's the coverage like? I mean, it should be getting more than that. Alright. So Brisbane's growing every 26 days. Ayton every 53. We probably need to get another bus service in here. Oh good, they've built out into here. So this is good. That doesn't cost me any money. I would really like to make a block, but I can't when it's in farmland, because that costs me money. So let me just... let's have a look. So we've got bus. Oh, we can't really extend any further just yet. Actually, we could. We could put one here and actually just find our Ayton Buzz Ayton, Buzz. And let's add a new order to go to Ayton Holt. Let's go to Ayton Holt. So this one's going central, south, then we probably want it to go Ayton Holt, then transfer, and then our main Ayton station, which is good. And then our other bus, I think, is doing the reverse. So it's going central, south. No, they're doing the same order. Why are we doing the same thing? Alright. So let's just make this one be reversed. So you're going to go Ayton first, then transfer, then Holt, then south, then central. Alright, so we've got one in each direction. Alright, and that should, now that we've got 5 stations, in Ayton. That should improve its growth tick. So it's sitting at 53 days. We'll see if that comes down in the next couple of months. The timber farm is being smashed, 66 tons, transporting a lot of it. The vehicles are backing up, they're making money. Goods train is doing goods trains things. Actually, where's that? Here we go. Brisbane's about to get goods. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited. Here we go. So this should help their growth tick now that they're getting goods. So let's see. It's a full load. How much money did I make out of that? Boom, 15k, and let's see if that drops from 26 days now that they're getting goods. Are they transporting half the passengers? Alright. And that's, oh, good 113 people there. 18 people there. Where's our train? It must be on its way. Is this you here? Are you coming to get stuff? I think it might be. I think I'm going to clone this. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to wait for it to leave Gospers Point. When it's starting to do the loop around, I'm going to send a second train there. That's good though. That's good. Good amount of stuff. Our rating's okay. I think there's a little bit long between drinks, but because there you go, it's already got 4 passengers back in. It's got mail back in. So what we're going to do is let this one go a little bit, probably when it gets around to about here on the random road that Brisbane tried to build to screw me up. And we'll let that train loose. And that should give a good little service to that line. I'm happy with that. Alright, that still hasn't shut down. Alright, so let's get something new. See, that's pretty much dead. That's still going alright. And that's not ideal. But we're getting closer. Alright, so first things first, we want to bring our train line out, straight out from here. Oh, it's straight through the middle. That is annoying. Alright, let's do this. Let's come out one. Yep, then we can go past. Alright, so let's pop our signal there and signal there. Fantastic. Alright. So this one will let us go from Gospers Point, which I think is going to get pretty busy, and I think we might do the bus trick in Gospers Point as well. And we might even be able to, let me just have a look. Oh, alright. Is there a building there? I don't know. Can't tell. I think there is. I think it's going to say you can't build there. Yep, so there's a building there. So it's not going to go any more in here. But we can, we're not in farmland here. So we can help them be a little bit more sensible with their growth, I think, is what we're going to do. Bring that around here, bring that around there. I mean, if you want, I could build you a bridge. It's not going to work because it's not high enough. I think it's going to tell me it doesn't like that. Oh, it does like that. Alright, that's good. And we'll get them starting to grow over the river there. Alright. So we'll get the buses down there in a minute. Let's get this rail line completed. Alright, so we need to come around to Bunabar. And I think we want to get on this side before it grows too much. So let's come down here. Alright. There is good. And let's just remove that bit of redundant track there. Alright, so I think we're good. I think that's going to be, it's pretty close. Alright, so let's just come, is that one more? Alright, there we go. One more straight past. Get our beautiful double platform, and let's give you, let's go with this low set monorail roof kind of platform. So we're going to pop that where we can maximize our coverage. Which way? Yeah, I think let's go center on there. We can bring a road. Actually, we want to do that straight away. So we can bring a road in here, add our bus station in straight away, get our second one there, and let's just for good measure tell them that we have moved into town. They are probably going to be very angry at us. Oh, still good. Alright, they're not angry yet, so they haven't worked out that we just destroyed a bunch of trees. Alright, and then we'll continue the line on down to Manus Forest. Don't know if I'm too worried about Cowra just yet. I might be able to do that later when I can use the diesel. So let's come flying down here. Actually, before we do that, let's just bring that out there. And let's give ourselves plenty of room so we don't get built out just in case. What this does is they're not going to build over a double line, so it should stop them building here. So if I need to extend this or add a bypass in later, I should be right to do so. And I'll try and encourage them to just grow along the line instead of over the line, like they did up here, Brisbane. Talking to you. Alright, so we need to come over a bit. So let's do a little bit of a straight first, because we might come up there later. Then we can dive down here. Let's make the trees get out of my road. They're bothering me. So I think if I come out, yep, that's really good. Dodge the farmland, dodge the tax from the farmland. Alright, and then I'm just going to fly straight past this, like so. Grab my station. Let's give them the same one as our friends up the road. Pop that there, which is brilliant. I am going to have a bit of problems with this one getting the bus stations in, I think. No. Right, so I can go. Alright, so let's just go bus station here and bus station here. That's nice. Alright, grab the road tool back, and then I need to make sure I dodge the farm. So pop that there, and dodging farm. Happy days. Alright, so no fees on that farm there either. Good job, Mr. Farmer. I have saved you a bank. And now this is where this shortcut becomes really handy, because it is a long way back to anything from here. Like, there's just nothing. I mean, they could go to Ranford, I guess. So what I think I might do is I think I might come out, say, yeah, yep, that's enough for them to queue. I'm going to come out here like this, bridge over my existing network, leave enough space that if I ever need to put more underneath, I can. I really don't like that bridge. And I'm rich now. Look at me. I didn't realize how much money I've made. Alright, let's go concrete bridge. I think that's suitable for where we are. And yep, so what do I want to do here? Maybe do two like that. Sorry, had another life gets away in the moment. I know that was no moment for you guys, but I was just trying to remember what I was doing because it's been a bit since I sat down. But I think we were joining that up. I think that's where we're up to. Cannot remember the thought process we were having. Alright, so now I need in on there. Thank you. So signal there, signal there, signal there, and a signal there. And let's get one there, one there. Let's go there, one before the bridge, and then one after the bridge, one there. And then what I'm going to do, because what I don't want is, again, I don't want a train queuing through this block, so I'm going to remove this signal here. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add, so I've got 1, 2, 3, so we'll just come 1, 2, and then we're just going to come up here like this. Man, I don't know why the tool is really messing with me today, but it is. So we'll get rid of that, we'll get rid of that, and then we'll pop that there, pop that there, remove that one. That's a nice chunky block. Pretty much clear the signal. Let's just make bridges invisible, and I think the spot for that signal is actually there. Remove that one. Fantastic. So again, now if we've got trains coming through, they're not queuing. Like if a train was coming around here before waiting, be queuing through the intersection, but it's now got a slip lane to come and sit on so that trains using the other line can continue to pass and vice versa. Alright, next thing to do is go train. And probably what I also need to do, actually, what I need to do as well, is just here what we're going to do. Let me just make the trees invisible again, get out of my road trees. Is we're going to make this continue. And we're going to have that come back to there. And we're going to get rid of this signal here. And then we're going to pop a signal here and a signal here. And we're going to get rid of this signal here. And we will come out a few, just in case. Again, I might want to put a bypass in here later. And we're actually going to double back, I think. Man, what are you doing to me, Carol? What is this? Do you come out, you walk across the grass and get, what are you driving on the paddock to get to the road? Build on the road, you muppet. Alright, so we want to come through, so probably a couple more up. Come through there, yep, alright, perfect. So we are going to add Cowra to our line sooner than we thought, because, you know, why not? Alright, 1 second. Alright, I still, that's right, we're building a train station. Sorry, I've had a lot of interruptions today. I lose my train of thought. Train jokes. Alright, so we're going to pop that in there, and then we're going to come out here, come down here, connect that up, again, one way here, and then we'll come along here, but let's come out one, that's good, go around the farmlands, fantastic. We want to leave a gap here, because theoretically, this will be our bypass lane here for this way, and then we'll be able to get a bypass lane on this side of this track. Do we? I think we do. I think we do now, just in case the farmland decides to expand at any point. So we're going to pop that along there like that. We'll just, for the moment, remove this track. So we've got 2 spaces in the middle to add extra track. Now, again, we can't violate our rules, so we can't do a janky turn. So what we're going to do, so that we can loop back around into Bundabar Woods, is we're gonna have to go like this, I think, and then we're gonna have to come around here, then we can come up. This will work. Come along like, that's too janky. Come along like that and join back in. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be enough. I shouldn't get a train stuck in there. Alright, so we'll have a signal there, and then signal there. We'll have a queue in the block there. Actually, let's get rid of those signals. Get rid of those, and we'll put them following the station. That way, if someone's queued there, they can pick the best lane, and then that can go there, that can go there. And then as soon as that's free, they're good to go. Alright, we'll put signals along there, that's perfect. Pop one there, and then we need one there. Drag them up there like so, pop one on the corner there, and then we'll start about there, drag those there. One there, and we're looking pretty good. Alright, so we've got a nice little loop in there now. Now what our little loop in here needs is some facilities, because it is going to need its own depot. And I'm actually thinking like back to back here maybe. Like instead of doing either, well, we could do either side still. So maybe we stick one there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so probably there is actually good. And then we can go back to back like this. That looks kind of cool. Alright, so we'll remove that signal, and then we'll pop a signal there and a signal there, and then let's get rid of this signal here, and that one might be a little close. That should be okay though. Alright, and then let's get rid of the forbidden track that can break the game. I think it's fixed, but I don't want to risk it. Alright, and we can now go and get a little train cruising around. That's improved from 50 something to 80 something. I still want this one. It's not that much faster. Alright, let's go. Alright, so let's go Manus, Cowra, Corowa. That would be how you pronounce that. Corowa into Bundabar. Alright. And we need some passengers, and let's get some mail. Alright, off you run. Good job, son. He's going to cruise around there. Let's just make sure. Oh, we're missing some signals here, so we need a signal there. And again, we need to remove these so we don't get stuck. Pop one, say there. Another one there, and we've got one there. We're all good to go. All right. Well, we're looking pretty good. I think we'll wrap up soon. So let's have a look. So we have paid off our loans. Where's that thing that lets me do the strike through? Oh, here we go. Give me that strike through. So we've paid off our loans. Check. Company value. Let's have a look at our company value. 1.1. So we're not quite there, but we're getting there. We got 680,000 in cash available. If we jump into our revenue tab, let's just pause the game for a minute. Revenue tab, so trains are at 370, so we're still a bit off of our first train goal, but not far. So 480 is where we're at for trains. Road vehicles are a long way off. We're sitting at 15. We're chasing 360, so a long way off. Obviously no aircraft or ships yet. I don't think we'll have 10 towns at 1500. Let's have a look. Where's the towns? Sort by population. Largest. Who hates me? Renford. Shut up, Renford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 over 1,000, but we're looking for 10,000, aren't we? 1,500. We're not quite there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that could be our 10th town. So luckily the game's kind of helped us out here. So we're obviously in Brisbane. We've grown Brisbane. We've grown Ayton. We're going to start growing Bundabar, which is pretty close to the cap anyway, so that should get us over the line. Manus Forest hates us, but will love us soon. Gospers Point hates us, but will love us soon. Corowa doesn't know how it feels about us, and yeah, I know why Ranford hates us. We built a station in there and did literally nothing, but we've given them a growth tick now, so they should start to feel better about us soon. We're appalling at the moment, but let's just have a look at this. Mediocre. So we might get a bus service in there. We're going to have to build some trees, but we can afford it. We'll get a bus service in there and we'll improve Ranford. So we're looking all right. So we've only ticked the payoff loans goal for the moment. The other goals we're still chasing. But I think all in all, we're off to a really, really, really good start. I'm very happy with where we are. After 3 or 4 failed attempts, we're in a good position. So I might wrap this one up here. And I think when we come back, we can really start to ramp up, because we should. Oh, I'm surprised we don't have the diesel locomotive yet. It must be close though. We must be really, really close, because it's not there yet. But the next train we get is the diesel locomotive, which has a engine at both ends, which is going to open up the game for us, because it will allow us to snake into places where we can't necessarily build loops. But I would like to admire this for just a moment, because you do not see this very often in OpenTTD, but this entire network is connected. This is like a realistic, genuine, you could find this in the real world train network. Is it the most efficient transport tycoon network? Absolutely not. You could min-max the crap out of this. You would definitely not do it like this. But there's just something beautiful about looking at this, knowing that it's all connected, and you could theoretically get on a train from Ayton and get anywhere in this network that you wanted to go, because it's all connected, which is pretty cool. So anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've commented on the last video, I'll do my best to comment back. I am filming this ahead of time, like I said. Even today, I'm on holidays, and it's taken me 3 hours to film a 40-minute video because of interruptions and life. But I'm hoping you're enjoying the series. I'm really excited to ramp up. Feel like we're past the hard part. We've got money flowing. Let's actually just have a quick look as we wrap this up. So our operating profit is sitting pretty nicely around 80k, which is good. Obviously we get some peaks when we get some resources delivered. And our income graph, we're really now pushing that 100k mark. So we're in a good position, I think, to really start ramping up. Anyway, I'm Shadow Hunter. I will see you guys in the next one.